Welcome to the NIKKINOO show. I'm your host, Nikki, and I have an amazing guest tonight whom you all know already, Ryan Shead. Ryan, thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm excited. I've been waiting
Yeah.
for you to have me on. Jeez.
Well, everyone knows you on such a political level that I
I
really
know.
wanted to, kind of introduce everybody to you, who
Yeah.
the person who Ryan Shead is as a person. So
No, I'm
thank you
excited.
for agreeing to be on my crazy show.
Of course. I
Awesome.
love your show. I love what you're doing.
Oh,
I love how you interview people.
oh,
You know,
thank you.
on our show, it's always, like you said, it's always a little different. You dig into the personal side a little bit, and I just like that.
Yeah. Oh, great. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, why don't you go ahead and tell our audience the platforms you're on and what people can expect from your content?
Well, you can expect a lot of pandering for money from me for the next year or so. No, you can come find me on Twitter, Instagram, and if you can, please go subscribe to my YouTube if you don't already. That's where I primarily am. You can expect a lot of political stuff from me, of course, both Arizona and nationwide. You can see our podcast, both Nikki and me. We have the Nikki and Ryan show, and then I have the Ryan Ranch show that's coming back. So we're really excited. Please come watch and join. It's really a plethora of information that we put out there, and we just try to laugh a little bit along the way. So yeah.
Excellent. Awesome. Yeah. And for anybody that wants to know our other platforms, it's in the description. So
Yes.
if you guys want to check that out. Okay. So how are you doing, by the way? I really haven't
I'm
talked
great.
to you this week that much.
I know we haven't
So
this week besides the show. I'm doing great.
good.
It's so hot.
It's hot
Like,
as balls. I'm going to
it's
take a
so
guess.
hot.
115.
Close. It was well, actually, it might be 115. It was 111 when I went out at noon.
Oh my God.
So it's probably close now. We're
That is
breaking
insane.
records. Luckily, our everything's going good, and the kids are happy, and we're just waiting for school to start up again.
Oh my gosh. I know, right? 10 weeks for us.
It's
they
like
go.
right around the corner. The break was not long.
No, yeah, that is so funny. Like my kids still have 10 weeks left, but they were virtual all year.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for them to get back in the school. My daughter, my oldest, just got her first vaccination yesterday. She's 15. Yay.
Awesome.
I know. She's so excited. I got it same day with her doctor's office. So anybody out there that's looking to get your kid vaccinated, if they're of age, just call their doctors. They usually have them right there, and they make time
it's
to
12
get
and
them
up
in.
now, right?
It's 12 and up. I can't wait till they change it to 11 because my youngest I want to get vaccinated. She's 11. So, okay, let's talk about Ryan Shead.
Yay.
All right. So you are well known on Twitter. How did you grow your account so big? You have damn near close to 30,000 followers over there.
Yeah, getting close. That's why I need you guys to go follow me. I've been trying to get to 30 for like a year.
Go follow his Twitter. It's an amazing account, by the way.
Thank you. Some of it was luck. I can't lie. Some of it was just dumb luck. I started spending a lot of time on there when I started getting serious about politics because it was actually Andrew Yang. I was listening to an interview with him.
I love Andrew Yang.
Yeah, and he was talking about, influence and how when he first started, they were like, you need to get good at Twitter because everybody goes to your Twitter to see, what you're posting, what you're saying. And so I was like, okay, I need to build a platform. That's what I had taken from that interview. And so I just started spending a lot of time on Twitter, after my surgeries, I spent a lot of time in recovery. So I was down on my butt a lot. So it just became something I did during my recovery too. And it just grew. I did a tweet. It was a series of 20 tweets, and every tweet was something that Donald Trump had done like really wrong.
Oh, wow.
And then at the end, it's like, and Republicans they're like, okay, cool. Yeah. Like every little thing, when he made fun of a handicapped person, you guys all thought, cool. And that tweet just blew up. It's got it's been seen 6 million times.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been liked 67,000 times.
Jeez.
So that's
awesome.
That one tweet alone, I think I got like 3,000 followers off of.
Wow.
So it's just dumb luck, but the people on there are so great. And the you asked me once, how do I get information? Like I would get videos faster than a lot of other people. I'm like,
Yeah.
you get them on Twitter.
Yes.
You know,
I go to Twitter first thing in the morning and check stuff out.
Yep. If you follow the right accounts, you know,
Mhm.
you get videos good. Like 50 Shades Away, he puts a lot of good videos out pretty quick.
I follow him. Yep, I
Yeah,
like
you
him.
know, like there's people that if you know how to follow, and that's what I did. I spent time looking at other accounts that I wanted to be similar to, you know, that I wanted to be influential like them. And that's what I did. I started kind of, you know, I guess faking it till I made it, and posting.
Fake it till you make it.
But like I say a lot though, I started getting the platform I have when I started being really honest about myself. Like when I started being vulnerable and putting myself out there and talking about, you know, my struggles, my triumphs, you know, all those things that people can relate to, that's really when my platform started building, because then when people can relate to you, it's just a totally different experience.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny you said that you get the information, the very first information, because there's a little trick to TikTok that if you get your stuff off trending on Twitter stuff, it's more than likely to go viral on TikTok.
Yeah.
That was something I had watched.
And vice versa too.
And vice versa.
Like I've had a couple of really good tweets that came from, you know, somebody's video that I took off of TikTok. So, I mean, you know, it works both ways. If you learn how to, just like you said, if you learn how to kind of milk it a little bit, you know, and you're like, ooh, that's a really good video on TikTok. But but it relates to my platform on Twitter too. Yeah. So let me go ahead and post it. And if you figure out kind of what's trending and what people are paying attention to, it starts to get a little easier to know what you need to post about. Yeah. But don't just post to post. That's the other thing. Like I used to just post nonstop, and it's like you need to have like a little substance.
Impact. You need to have impact and the whoa factor.
Yep.
Yeah. Exactly. No, I totally get it. And that's something, you know, I had made a video today on TikTok just saying that I'm going to be posting on my other, and I always say that, post on my other platforms. I don't know if you saw the Marjorie Taylor Greene video I made yesterday with her, and it was like, she's a public figure. It didn't even get shown before they hit me with the community guideline. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to be able to post anything over there. So follow me on my other outlets. Okay. So what inspired you to start posting political content on your social media?
I got tired of seeing, oh man, this is going to sound bad. This is going to sound arrogant, and I don't mean it to. I got really tired of seeing people put stuff out there that was just dead wrong, and nobody questioning about it, like nobody pushing back. And I got tired of my party, the Democratic Party, after Obama left office. It just seemed like everybody rolled over and died, you know, and just let our country go to crap. And I just wanted to kind of do something about it. But also I wanted to learn. And that's what I try to express to people too. As much as it's fun to go on there and troll, you know, certain people like Marjorie Taylor Greene and Lauren Boebert, it's my favorite pastime. As fun as that is, there's so much information to be learned. And if you follow the right people and you read what they put out there, you know, and I mean, you really take it in. There's actually a lot of positive and good things to be taken from Twitter and everything, you know, like it's just, how do you leverage the platforms is what it's about. Yeah. Excellent. You know, but politically, I just knew that I needed to build some type of influence. I say it all the time. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good your content is if nobody's watching, if nobody's reading it.
Amen. That is a fact.
Yeah.
Because I've stumbled across some smaller creators that don't have many followers where their stuff is pretty good. And it just, they just haven't been noticed yet.
Look at even Maggie. Look at Maggie. She
should be bigger than she is.
She puts out solid content like every day. And she's got like 32,000 followers. It's people. There are creators out there that are putting out solid content that are not getting seen. And it sucks.
Well, I think too, Ryan, when you and I got started, because I got started about a year ago, the 17th. So What's today? The 17th, right? Yeah. A year ago today. Holy
Oh,
crap.
wow.
It was my first
Anniversary.
political, thank you. It was my first political TikTok that I made. Yay. Happy anniversary to me.
Yeah.
1 year is when I got started. And I think like people that started later, like maybe August, September, October time, you know what I mean? I don't think they had, because we were like the first ones. We were like the first political TikTokers.
Oh, I haven't gained much
Oh, I'm
more.
losing.
I haven't gained any new followers on TikTok in quite a long time. And I agree with you. I think because we were part of that first group, that we're coming onto TikTok in the middle of the pandemic, and it was like, well, we're going to start talking politics, and it just, in the beginning, it took off and it was fun, and it was we met a lot of cool people, and then it just after a while it turned and it got a little toxic and whatever, but it was an awesome tool. It was awesome how it all came together. I just wish that there are other people putting out just as good, if not better, content as us that aren't getting the recognition that they should, and that sucks.
Yeah, it does. So I think I know the answer to this. You are on pretty much all the platforms, but what one's your favorite?
Twitter.
Yeah, I knew it was. Why? Just for what you said earlier, that it's
because I can learn stuff on there, because I've built actual relationships with like influential and meaningful people on there. And not saying I haven't, made some good friendships on TikTok, but it's just, TikTok is easier to build those bridges with the type of people I'm going to need to be interacting with in the future. And on top of it, it is fun. I have a group of people that we all think similar, and we all talk, but we all think for ourselves too. So it's not just like an echo chamber. It's also, us keeping each other in check too, which is, it's pretty
and we
good.
learn from each other as well, and
Absolutely.
not just about what's going on, but also what not to do.
Absolutely.
Some of us take a hit and we're like, don't do that.
Yeah, we're not going to do that again. Yep.
Yeah,
don't throw gasoline on that fire.
We're a family. So here's a pretty deep question, a deep thinking question. Where do you see our country in 10 years?
Wow. That's kind of like a multifaceted answer for me. Honestly, where we're going, I see us in trouble, and I see a long period of unrest in our future, and it pains me to say that. Like I'm not happy to say this at all, and I hope that I'm wrong. But where we're at right now, our country is so divisive at this particular moment in time that I don't think it's a 6-month fix. I don't think it's a 2-year fix. I think it's going to take several legislative sessions to get things back under control. And that's if the Democrats and liberals can maintain control that long. I wish I could say that I see very positive things on our horizon, but between we're already having issues with climate change in Texas and here in Arizona, and people want to deny it. So who even knows where we're going to be in 10 years with that? It's just, that's why I'm getting into the game, because I hope that I can help steer us back in a better direction, because where I see us going right now isn't great.
I totally agree with you. I have those same feelings as well, unfortunately. Okay, so you're running for Arizona state congressman, correct?
State representative.
State representative in 2022, correct?
Yep.
What kind of things are you doing now to prepare?
Making connections is the main thing. Getting ready to start fundraising. Fundraising is going to be the biggest part of it, which is a whole nother conversation that I want to have. That shouldn't be about money. But it is. It's all about the money. So I'm just getting ready to go out there and hustle and get all the signatures. I need close to 500 signatures to get on the primary ballot. I'm getting started pretty early compared to most other folks. So I think I'll be good. So really, it's just about getting on the ballot from this point on. Because if you're not on the ballot, nothing else matters. So Just going to be hustling, getting signatures, hoping everybody can, push it out there. The fun thing, the bad thing, the hard thing is I can put it out there. I can raise money from anywhere, so you can donate from North Carolina, but in terms of getting signatures and everything, that's got to be done just in my little district here.
Yeah, that has to be all signatures from your district.
From my district. So
you need 500.
Yep. So it's just thankfully with the vaccinations coming out, I think I'll be able to campaign, a little more normally than they were in 2020.
That was tricky.
It sucked, for them. I felt bad because there were people that just, ended up not being able to get on ballots that should have been on ballots just because they couldn't go knocking door to door and there was no digital option. So, we lost out on some good representation because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So yeah, hopefully my campaigning will be a little more normal. I don't know if I'm going to go banging on doors yet. I don't think people are ready for that yet. But I'll go set up outside and hopefully people will come up and
there you go.
And engage.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Very cool. Okay. So, what do you want to see changed in your state if you become a representative?
Everything. No, we have so much work to do. There's so much being attacked right now at the state level in Arizona that's hard to just pick one. I think right this moment, the flat tax rate that they're trying to do, which is the primary reason that they're trying to do this flat tax rate here in Arizona that Doug Ducey is pushing, is because they want to circumvent the Proposition 208 that we all voted for, which was the invest in education proposition, which I won with, I believe it was 61%. Don't quote me on the percentage, but it won. So because the money for the invest from ed would come from business taxes and things like that, the wealthy and business owners of Arizona got together and discovered a nice creative way to basically make up the difference for what they would lose and still basically dry out the education fund that we had all approved. It's just really shady. And so that's one of the things. LGBTQ community here is getting attacked, at the legislative level with healthcare. We've got voting rights is a huge issue. We've got our ballots were just moved to a cabin in Montana somewhere. So
I've been wondering what's been going on with that. It's so ridiculous. How are they allowed to? I don't even get it, Ryan. It's like
my mind's blown.
Yeah, my mind's same.
Blown. And my thing is, like, if you're a Republican and you happen to see this, ask me this. Just answer yourself this one question. You don't have answer it in your head. If this were Democrats that had taken all your ballots and moved them up to a cabin somewhere in Montana, would you be okay with that? Would you be okay with it? Because I know the answer is 100% no. And you know it too.
They wouldn't be shutting up about it.
And you guys are being really quiet while this is going on. You're talking about voter fraud. That is like, come on.
Yep. And Chris says, I'm shocked at the lack of patriotism we're seeing. When Putin is polling higher than President Biden among Republicans, that's a bad sign. I saw that as well. That is a very bad sign. I'm telling you, I've been saying it. These people want a dictator-like authoritarian as a president. And they found that in King Trump.
It sure seems so. But, I like Chris has said, I saw that on Twitter today. I actually posted something about it that there are people on like the alt-right platforms. They're like, oh, Mr. Putin, much respect, sorry that our leader sucks. We miss Trump. I'm sure you do. Like, these people they're cuckoo.
They are cuckoo.
They're wackadoodles.
They love the Russians now. Why don't you guys move there, please? And see how much you like it over there. Please.
I don't even know what to say. It's like you guys, 2 years ago, you were saying the Russians didn't have any interference with an election, and now you're basically begging them yourselves to interfere with the election. Like, how do you expect us to take you seriously?
Can't.
You can't. I don't know how, like Jim
No,
Jordan,
it's getting
Matt
laughable.
Gaetz, Lauren Boebert. I don't know
Yeah.
how you can take these people even remotely seriously. But the problem is not only are they being taken seriously, but they're being given lots of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's the driving force.
And like I just said, in politics, it really is about who has the money.
Oh, that's all. Yeah, absolutely. There's no money, power and money go together like, ham and cheese.
Yep.
So, okay. What are your long-term career goals? Whether it be politics or, social media. I mean, what are your long-term goals? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I see myself having, successful podcasts, one or two like ours, hopefully.
Yeah.
I definitely see podcasting being a staple in my platforms moving forward. It's really nice to be able to talk with other folks and have conversations that people have in text. Like we have these conversations on Twitter, and so many times my text is misconstrued because I type in a very straightforward way, and it makes me sound like an a-hole sometimes. And
no fun emojis.
Yeah, and that's why I use a lot of emojis now, because I don't want people to misconstrue my words or something. So it's having the conversation not in text form, but being able to have the inflection in our voice and have that instant response. It opens it up, the conversation up totally different, and I think, we talk about building the bridges and getting both sides to come together. That's how, we need to have these conversations, and they're going to suck at first. But I do truly believe that at the end of the day, there are more rational Americans than non-rational. I think in the end, if we have these hard conversations, we will be better for it, and we will come out on the other side.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Me too.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So long-term goal. My long-term goal is Congress. I really want to end up in Congress, like cool. at the federal level. Nice. That's why I'm starting down here at the state level, because I want to learn everything I can, and that way when it's time to take that next step, and I'll be ready. So that's the long-term goal, is be able to influence legislation at a federal level and press on.
I put this up. It is very scary. I love your name, Pepper Moon. Like I just saw that and I absolutely love it. I think that's brilliant. Okay, so let's get into more, I guess, involved personal things.
Oh boy.
Okay, so what is your biggest regret in life?
Oh geez, for a bipolar person, there are many. I think my failed marriage is probably my biggest regret.
I did not know you were married before.
Yeah. I got married when I was 28. I was engaged for like 3 years, and I was going through mental health. I didn't know at the time, of course. Looking back now, I know what it was. And I just I imploded my marriage like within months. It was ridiculous. And of course, let me say, I'm very happy with my wife, my kids. I'm happy with where I'm at, and everything worked out the way it was supposed to. But, when you think about hurting people, and just changing other people's lives, in a selfish way, that's probably my biggest regret.
I didn't know that about you. I learned something new today. We never talked about that.
That's the point of the show.
It is. I love it. Okay. If you could tell your younger self anything, what would it be?
Don't be scared. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks. Just do it. Do you, and let everybody come. Like, if you are yourself, everybody that is supposed to be attracted to you will be attracted to you.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're constantly worried about what everybody else thinks, what everybody else says, you're not being genuine, and that people pick up on that. But those genuine people that just do themselves, like, do you, and don't be afraid of it. And I'm telling you, the right people will come to you when you start opening yourself up and just being yourself.
I love it. I totally agree with you. That would be one of the things that I would tell my younger self as well, for sure. All right. So now we're going to get into how well does NIKKINOO know you, which I have my fun little thing here that I play that's so not made by Murphy. Let's go ahead and take a look.
So not
Welcome to How Well Does NIKKINOO Know You?
It's so cheesy.
That's not bad.
I need to have him make me one.
I like it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you guys, this is the part where I ask Ryan questions, and I have an answer for these questions, and I want to see how well I know Ryan. So the first question is, what is your favorite color?
Blue.
I put black.
Yeah. That's fair.
You always wear black. And
I always wear black. But I'll tell you, here you go. I'll tell you a little secret. You want to know why I always wear black? Because my medication makes me sweat underneath my arms.
Oh.
And so a lot of the times if it's sporadic.
Okay.
So if I'm having like an episode, I'll wear black. So a lot of the times, most of my wardrobe is black just because like I have to, or you'll really see it. So yeah, I'm not really the blue shirt kind of guy, unfortunately, but
so you get hot flashes?
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
And it got worse when they took my colon out, and nobody knows why.
Well, so you didn't have any like nerve damage from getting your colon taken out, did you?
Not
like
from the colon surgery.
Okay.
No, it was all, I had a lot of the nerve damage was all from the back stuff.
Okay. Because my father had surgery, and it was obviously different than yours. He had his upper left lobe of his lung taken out, and they had to cut him all the way across. Yeah. And he has, I think it's called a Harlequin syndrome or something like that, where he only sweats on one half of his body. The other half doesn't sweat. They somehow severed something. So he'll be like all sweaty on one side and not on the other. If anybody knows the name of it,
know how uncomfortable that would be too.
Oh,
like
he
having
it
one
drives
side
him
of your
nuts.
body like sweat and like your one side of the body's cold if you're sitting in air conditioning. You're like it's little things like that people deal with on a daily that nobody else knows about. It's just it's crazy.
It is crazy. My poor dad. But he's so happy-go-lucky it doesn't even bother him. I mean, it kind of like irritates him at times, but he never complains about it.
The only time it irritates me is when I'm trying to speak in public. Like it's when you stand up at the podium and you got your arms like this because you don't like that's the only time it really bothers me. Like, but most of the time everybody's pretty cool with it.
I know what to get you for your birthday. The thing that goes around your neck with the two fans.
And I would use it too on the show. Yeah. That's funny.
I love it. Okay. Second question.
Yes.
And I think I might know this one. Your favorite music group?
Queen.
Yes, I got it.
Yep.
Woo-hoo. All right. I got one and I didn't get one. Okay. So third question. Biggest pet peeve?
Ooh. I don't know why. Like I was trying to prep myself for questions you would ask. I don't know why I didn't think of that one. Biggest pet peeve. Honestly, it's when I'm being lied to, and I know it. Like that. Like is that considered a pet peeve?
Absolutely. I put ignorance.
That's a close second.
I would say I'm going to give myself a half a check mark.
Yeah, I give you half
because you could have said like biting nails or. I don't know anything, but
no,
I'm going to give myself
it's being lied to. And the reason is because, and I really do want to explain this because it's kind of interesting.
Please.
So if you go read up on people who are bipolar, and they tend to be, they tend to have a little bit higher IQ. They tend to be a little bit more intelligent. It's just, they're all over the place and their emotions are all So when you get that under control and you get your emotions under control and you can actually focus, you see through almost everything.
Yeah.
And when somebody's actions start saying something else, when their words are saying, something else, somebody that's bipolar and really intuitive with that kind of thing, they pick up on it right away. And then me, I get irritated because then I know I'm being lied to, and it's like, that is literally the most irritating thing. And if somebody does it to me enough times in my life, I actually cut them out. Yeah. Because it's like, at that point, you're messing with my anxiety so much that it's just easier for me to be like, no.
Yeah, done. Yeah. Very interesting. Okay. Biggest vice.
Ooh. Strawberry Fanta soda.
Yeah, I never would have guessed that one. I put weed.
Close second. You get a half for that too.
I get a halvey. Look, okay, so between the pet peeve and the biggest vice, I get 1 point.
Yes, you get. So you're at 2.
I'm at 2 points.
You're 2 for 4.
2 for 4. Not too shabby. Okay.
Not too bad.
And there were a plethora of questions I could have asked you that I knew the answer to because I know you, but these are ones that I tried to be, good with my questions and not already know them because that's cheating.
You should ask me whatever. Somebody said 420. Yes. Close second.
Yeah, baby.
Somebody said, how do you deal with your stress? I said edible.
Yes.
Yeah, I got a lot of likes on that one.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, here is another one. I did not even try and answer this. This is one that is I just want to know the answer to. If you could be invisible and undetectable for an entire day, what would you do?
Ooh. I might need to take a second for that one.
Don't incriminate yourself.
Yeah, right. Or make myself seem creepy.
Yeah. Right.
I would really like to, I know this is going to sound weird. I would probably like to go see what some of the people that I look up to, what they're like behind closed doors. Like, I really want to know what like Obama's like. We all see this, like what he's like in the podium, and we get these shots of like him being funny and stuff with people. But I want to know what having a no BS conversation with him would be like. I just want to I want to feel that pushback. Like what would it feel like to be on the bad side of him? That kind of thing. Finding out how the legislation really gets done. Yeah, nothing real juicy. I would probably use it to benefit my career in some way, shape, or form, whether I don't know if that's good or bad.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Punch every Republican in the mouth. That's it.
Yeah.
Another close second.
Definitely. What's up, Patty? Patty's on here.
Patty,
hi,
up,
sweetie.
Man? Take regular breaks. That's just my life. I gotta take
poop. Take regular breaks to poop.
Poop breaks are built in.
Yeah. Okay. So next question. And this kind of leads into, I'm glad you actually said this, but if you boarded a plane, okay, you board a plane, there are 2 seats that are available only, and you need to choose which seat to pick. One is next to Obama and one is next to JFK. Where do you sit and why?
Is there one between? Like,
nope.
I can't. Oh, geez. That's tough. That's tough. That's just tough for me because I look up to both of them like at the same level, but for different reasons. I think I would probably want to sit next to Obama.
I missed it.
But I'm gonna tell you why. I would love to pick JFK's brain for so many reasons, but I think for what I'm trying to do and for the kind of person I'm trying to be, I think I would get more from a conversation with Barack Obama than I would a Kennedy, simply because I want to know what I'm in for. I want to know what it was like. Like, I wanted to have that private conversation with him that like he didn't even put in his book. Like, what do I have to do to get where I want to go with the family that I have, with the background that I have, and what do you think the country right now, where we're at right now, what do you think we need to do? And what do you think the next generation is going to have to do? because I think he's so good at looking into the future. He's so good and explaining why, right? And I just think I would take much more from that conversation.
Excellent. Cool. Well, I missed that one. That's okay.
But I had a JFK portrait behind me for months. So
yeah. Well, I know we've talked about like your favorite people.
Yeah.
Okay. How many surgeries have you had? We've never talked about this.
If you count procedures like colonoscopies and everything, it's 22. If you count
major surgeries,
5.
That's what I answered.
Yep.
I got 5. Oh, I can't show you this because then you'll.
Yeah, I believe you.
Right. I was gonna do note cards, but I couldn't find my kids' note cards. So sorry. So I'd be like,
I love how you're like, I couldn't find my kids' note cards.
I need to get my own, apparently. And Post-its are too damn expensive to waste.
Oh man, I'm telling you.
Okay, next question. Your favorite part on a woman?
Ooh, butt.
Oh, I put boobs.
Yeah, no, I'm a butt dude.
Because you told me Jen had big boobs, so I figured you liked boobs.
She's well proportioned. I'm fortunate. God, she's gonna kill me.
I love it. Poor Jen.
Oh man.
I love you, Jen.
No, poor Ryan. No.
Poor Ryan.
Dumb Ryan. Bad answer. No.
Let's see. Bernard says this. Can I say something, Ryan? You will be a great representative at your state, and you are a great person.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's sweet. Okay.
I need those little pats on the back sometimes.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody does. Okay. So would you choose the ability to breathe underwater or the ability to fly?
Fly.
Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Fly.
I asked Patty this question and
what'd he say?
I thought it would be fly. And I think he said to breathe. I can't remember if Patty, you're still on here. I think you said you would breathe underwater. I'm terrified of water. Like there's no way. I have nightmares of like drowning. I have nightmares all the time. Hey, Patty put this. I didn't know. You met Obama, Patty?
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa. We need that story. We need that tea for sure. Okay. Now you were in the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
So did you ever go skydiving?
God, no.
How could you be in the Air Force and not go skydiving?
Because not everybody, just like not everybody flies a plane in the Air Force. Not everybody jumps out of them. Very few actually jump out of them in the Air Force. Yeah, combat control. We had pararescue, which my wife worked for. Mm-hmm. I did aircraft maintenance, so I got to travel to some cool places. But usually I was stuck underneath or on top of the planes, getting them in the air. So yeah, I was usually on the ground. Yeah. Thankfully.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm not doing so great here.
He said a superpower he would have is to be a woman.
Yeah, I think you did say that. No, but when I asked you, Patty, if you could breathe underwater, if you had the ability to breathe underwater or to fly, I believe you said breathe underwater, not superpower. So which one is it? I'm pretty sure you said breathe underwater. Okay. Now, with the exception of your ex-wife, all right, how many girlfriends did you have before you met Jen? Serious girlfriends.
Yeah, that ain't gonna make it any better. Serious girlfriends. Okay. I would say I had 4 serious girlfriends.
Okay. I put 2.
Yeah, I would say I had 4.
You had 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you friendly with any of them still?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. I'm not friendly with any.
I mean, we don't talk we don't talk daily or anything, but like we're we're friends on social media. We like each other's stuff. Like one just had a kid.
Nice.
Yeah. So I mean, it's that kind of thing. Nothing weird.
Nothing weird. Nothing weird. Okay. Here's one that's super personal. What age did you lose your virginity?
Oh fuck. You had to ask me that.
Yeah.
I was 14.
Oh,
Yep.
I put 17.
Yeah, that's what happens when you have no parental supervision. Yeah, no.
Oh my gosh.
The person that it was with was 17. I don't know if
Oh.
that counts.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, but I mean, no, you personally, like how old were you? But oh man, I was 15.
See, that it's like, I'm gonna like, it's crazy, but I'm gonna have to have this conversation with my daughter in the next couple of years, and that blows my freaking mind. But the reality is, it's a reality.
We have 2 daughters. My husband's like, I handle all that stuff. Okay. Favorite genre of music?
Like Motown, R&B, like Marvin Gaye, Stevie Wonder.
Oh God, I love Stevie Wonder.
Al Green, the Trumps. Kill me. The Temptations, that whole genre of music, just to me, that was music, in that time period, 60s, 70s. For some reason, that era of music has always attracted me ever since I was a kid.
Wow. Yeah. Hi, Maggie. I guessed classic rock.
Well, Queen being my favorite everything. That's a solid guess. It's just, a lot of people don't know that about me, that, I grew up like really digging Stevie Wonder and Marvin Gaye.
Love Stevie Wonder.
Yeah.
Love Stevie Wonder.
I got his greatest hits, and I don't think it left my CD player for probably a solid year, because it was just so much music. Is not friendly with any of her ex-girlfriends.
I'm not cool enough to be gay, Patty.
I know.
No.
God made me straight. Damn it.
I know,
but he gave me a lot of gay friends.
Except for those couple of times in college.
That's like Maggie sent me a questionnaire for her show yesterday. And one said, was there anything we shouldn't or you don't want to talk about? And I said, I'd prefer not to talk about that threesome in Guam.
Yes. Did you cross swords?
No. There's a healthy distance.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Okay, so
it didn't happen, just for anybody, just to put that out there.
I love it. Get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of swords, can you drive a stick shift? I can't wait for this transition. Can you drive a stick shift?
I can. Matter of fact, this is one of the coolest things about me. My dad, he was an engineer at Chrysler, and one of his jobs was he worked in the steering and suspension lab. So they would take some of the coolest cars apart, like Lotuses and Corvettes, and figure out, what they could do to make Chrysler's products better. So when I got my permit, he brought home a 1997 Dodge Viper coupe stick.
A Dodge Viper?
A Dodge Viper.
Oh my gosh.
Coupe. And he took me to Oakland Mall parking lot, which was like right up the street. And it was 11 o'clock at night. And he sat out there with me and just taught me how to drive a stick. And he told me, he goes, if you can drive this car, he goes, you can drive anything. And by the time we left, I could, it was a solid hour and a half. And I think we both had our necks hurt by the time we were done.
Well, there's a lot of power behind that every time.
And the clutch was like, now that I know that I've driven sticks for a while, like looking back.
Did it catch high or low or what?
Oh, it caught high. And it was like, like you'd push it all the way down to the floor, but it wouldn't catch till here. And, but you don't know that when you're 15. So you go, and then, and then yeah.
Anybody that's young that's watching this right now, they're like, what are they talking about?
What are they talking about? Yes. They didn't always automatically shift. They used to have to actually put them in gear.
Oh my gosh.
No, so he taught me how to drive that. And we're pulling out of the parking lot. Like I said, by this point it's got to be, midnight, a little after. This dude pulls up in a Mustang.
Oh
and
gosh.
and he revs, and my dad looks over at me and he goes, "Take them." I was like, "Really?" He's like, "Take them." So I put it in gear, and I pop the clutch when the light turns green and the tire starts spinning. And I don't, and I freak out. I don't know what to do. And I hear my dad, he's in the other seat. He's got his hand on mine on the shifter, and he goes, "Push the clutch in." And I push it in, and we shift it in a second. He goes, "Pop the clutch." And I pop it, and we take off. And I blew the doors off that Mustang. It was so funny. He had his hand on mine the whole time shifting, and I was working the clutch, and we just blew
that
it
is
to
a
the next
great
light.
story. What a wonderful memory.
It was. It's one of my favorites.
Oh my gosh. So I have a stick story if you want to hear it. I learned how to, I have many stick stories.
Yeah.
But I can work a stick.
Oh boy.
Okay. So anyway, when I was in college, my dad let me drive his Datsun. I don't even know what year it was. It was an old one. And it was so old that like the starter was gone on it. So I had to park on a hill backwards.
No
and
way.
I had to pop start it every time. So if I got there late and I couldn't park on a hill, I had to get my friends to help me push the car so I could pop start it, or else I couldn't go anywhere.
I've been one of those friends pushing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, oh my gosh. Okay. Last question. And everyone start asking Ryan your questions, any kind of questions, and you can choose to plead the fifth or choose to answer. But last one, okay?
I'll answer pretty much everything.
At this point, right? Okay, so if you could be reincarnated, if you died and you got reincarnated into an animal, what would you want to be reincarnated into? And why?
Damn, that's a really good question. I've never given that any thought. I really do think it would be like a bird, just simply because I would love to fly. Like I hate being on airplanes, but I would love to fly.
Because you'd be in control.
Because I'd be in control. Yeah, I would have to say bird, but I think
what kind of bird? Would you be a bird of prey or a bird that gets preyed on?
Oh no, I'd be a bird that fuck people up. Sorry, mess people up. Yeah, no. Or a dog with a really good owner. Like if I were a dog.
What kind of dog?
I'd want to be like a German Shepherd.
See, I'm close enough. I put a wolf. Do you see how I'm trying to draw the lines here?
I do.
Get a point.
Yeah. No. Yeah. As long as I had a good owner, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I screwed the pooch on that one.
Hooked to a tree. Did not work the stick on that one. Did not work.
I did not work the stick.
No.
I did not work it well there.
I would say eagle. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, there's Maggie. So can I, Nikki. Yay. She can work a stick. You can work a stick, Maggie, I bet.
Yeah, we have no doubt, Maggie.
You have no doubt. I love all of your videos too. I love how they're like laced with sexual innuendos. I love it.
She's got Alyssa Milano in her comments. I think. Yeah. I saw that.
Oh my gosh. That's so
awesome.
Badass. I love it. Okay. Let's see. Karen, Hollywood Happenings. Ryan, when are you available to be on the Hollywood Happenings? My question, if you were a color, what would you be and why? If you existed,
was a color.
If you were a color.
If I were a color myself, this isn't my favorite color, but I would be red.
I knew it.
Yeah.
You're taking the color red back.
Yep. And for a lot of reasons, because in the military and when we were contractors, we would always wear red shirts on Fridays, and it was Red Shirt Fridays, and we did that to remember everybody that's deployed. It was just a little something that we did to remember everybody that isn't able to be home with their families and all that. So yeah, it was a little something, and red's just fierce, in Arizona too, but
it's definitely hot there. So red is a good color.
Yeah. So
red is love. Okay. So let's see. All right. So Pepper Moon has a question. What color underwear are you wearing? I'm going to say black.
Nope.
Boxer briefs.
They're boxer briefs, but they're gray.
They're gray. That's a shade of black.
True.
Shade of black. Let's see.
I know,
Okay.
you were hoping I was
Here
going
we
to say
go.
Trump, weren't you?
Maggie's got a good one. If you could replace one GOP member with the snap of your fingers, who would it be and why? Great question, Maggie.
Mitch McConnell. Because I think he is truly one of the people, pulling the most strings. And I think he's one of the biggest impediments of us getting any type of progressive agenda done. So I think if I could Thanos anybody, it would be him.
You would Thanos. Great reference.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris said Boebert. She's
third. She's third on my list.
Yeah, Marjorie Taylor Greene. But here's the thing. Marjorie Taylor Greene has a loud mouth, and I want her out. But there are people in power, like you said, like Mitch McConnell, that needs to be out because he holds so much power in his hands that he needs out.
Marjorie Taylor Greene would be like for personal satisfaction.
Yes, Marjorie Taylor Greene. I'd like to escort her out
power.
Myself.
Yeah, like Nikki said, she doesn't have any like meaningful power. It'd be like the satisfaction of watching her get dragged out of the Capitol.
She doesn't even have any committees anymore. I mean, she was taken off of them. So she's just a loudmouth. She's just annoying. Karen
Hawley,
said
that's another good one.
Yeah, that is Rand Paul, Josh Hawley. Yep, they both need to be out.
Marjorie Taylor Greene is the reason I'm pro.
Marjorie Taylor Greene's the reason I swallow.
Oh.
Sorry.
That was a good one. You have a
Bernard says, if you have a chance to talk to Kevin McCarthy and Marjorie Taylor Greene, what would you say to them? What would you let's put it this. What would you say to Marjorie Taylor Greene if you came face to face with her?
I think it would just be because nothing I say to her is going to get through. She's not that type of individual. Mm-hmm. So I think it would just be something to make myself feel better. Like you're a garbage human being, and I hope you get everything you have coming to you. Yeah. Something along those lines. But nothing, there would be no meaningful conversation to have with her.
Yeah. Thirsty Thursdays.
So I was going out to lunch with Franz. He jumps on our show every once in a while.
Yeah.
He's family. So
nice.
we went out and we went out for tacos. And when I set it up the week prior, I was like, yeah, let's go get tacos on Taco Tuesday. So I was getting Tuesday was just a crap show, and I totally forgot, and I put it in my calendar for Thursday. Oops. So he says, hey, we still on? And I'm like, crap. I was like, that's today, huh? And he goes, yeah, it ain't Taco Thursdays. Well played, sir. Well played.
Oh my God. We had Taco Wednesday because I forgot it was not Tuesday. I literally made tacos last night because I missed Tuesday. Sometimes my weeks kind of run together.
Mine have been a lot lately. Just, we have such an interesting structure with what we do.
Yes.
That it's just, it gets easy to be like, what day is this?
What day is it? Yeah, sometimes.
I just it's like Mondays. I know that Mondays we do our thing. Tuesdays we do our thing. And then it's like, okay, and then I get all these other guest appearances, which is freaking awesome. I love you. I love all of you guys. Aww. What one song describes your life?
What one song describes
That is a really good question.
Mine's Hell's Bells.
That's pretty good. Mine would be because it's Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Ooh.
Not Midnight Train to Georgia. That's a different one. Just My Imagination? No. Is that it?
Is it just my imagination?
No, that's Temptations. See, I'm losing my... That's a really good question.
That is a great question.
I've got to use my imagination.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
No, don't play it. I'm going to get hit with copyright.
Oh, don't play it. Hit. Yeah. I noticed we were getting hit with copyrights on...
Dude. They're awful about it. We get hit with them. We have to be super careful. If you guys do any shows
or whatever.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Do we have to credit? I got to look into that so we don't get hit with them. And I can't monetize.
I know, because we
either.
can't monetize them. When
I can't.
when we have
Yeah. Why, Nikki? Why? Hell's bells? I don't know. I didn't put much thought into it. I would have to think a little bit on that one.
But if you Karen, go listen to
it would
just
be
my,
WAP.
Oh man. But if you go listen to it, really listen to the words of that song, where she talks about her depression in it, and like feeling like
I
you're
didn't
hopeless.
know that.
So go listen to the words of that song. You know, everybody likes the beat of it, but it's actually a little, like, there's a little darkness to it, and then the lights at the end, you know. Yeah.
I'll definitely check that out, because now that I hear it, is it just my imagination?
That's Temptations.
Away? Is that the one you're talking about?
No.
What one are you talking about?
Gladys Knight and the Peps.
What's the name of that song?
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me. Send it to me. All right. Well, that concludes our show, but Ryan and I want to tell you the great news. We have been working with Marcus Flowers' team, and we have got him on the books for Monday, June 21st at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Nikki and Ryan show. We're trying to do the transition.
Yep.
We are so excited. We've been coming up and compiling questions. Ryan and I are going to work tomorrow hard again at it, and it's going to be a great show, so you guys do not want to miss it.
Yep.
Yes. Also, Ryan, you can find Ryan on all outlets except for Twitter. He's Real Ryan Shead. And I forgot to put the banner down at the bottom. Real Ryan Shead, and except for Twitter, he's just Ryan Shead.
Yep.
So go follow him on all of his platforms. And if you're not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. And you can follow me on my my Instagram and my Twitter. And you can on TikTok as well, but I'm sure you guys came over from there. NIKKINOO 813 across the board. So anyway, and we haven't really been pushing our candle. I'm going to do a little video tomorrow. That's going to be a fun LGBTQ, like I'm going to do my makeup and all that fun stuff. So
I'm going to do my makeup.
I am. I'm going to have my daughters do
ready.
something really cool that represents the LGBTQ. So anyway, this is the candle, and I know we push these all the time. Double wick. They're $25. $17.50 of it goes to the Transgender Law Center, which is a fantastic cause. I was talking with Joe. He has not sold a bunch yet. He hasn't really sold a bunch yet. And if you just want to go to transgenderlawcenter.org to donate directly, please do that. We're just trying to raise money for this organization, because it's a great organization to donate to.
And can I tell them? Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
We support, Nikki and I support transgender community or the LGBTQ community across the board. But the reason that we're picking out transgender organizations to donate to in particular right now is because, you know, there's been an uptick in violence against transgender individuals in particular, and that part of the community itself is getting a little more hate and a little more pushback right now. And so that's why we're particularly focused on them. But just know that, you know, we love all of you guys, you know, and you know, you always get hugs from me. So
yes, absolutely. It's always a safe space with us. Absolutely. Okay. I just put you, Ryan Shead, in the comments section so they know.
Oh,
and then
can I answer this? My favorite Queen song is Don't Stop Me Now. That's my favorite Queen song.
Don't stop me now. Yeah.
Call me
see, I sang that so well.
That was pretty good.
I was like, they're going to hit me with a community. What is it? Not a community. I'm so like triggered by that, but by a copyright infringement.
Yeah.
Not.
You'll have to go. Ryan, hopefully, it wasn't long enough.
Yeah. No. No. You couldn't even hear it. I think you're fine. Yeah, I think you're totally fine. Okay. Ryan, if you guys please go visit Ryan's merch shop. I've got that. His merch is also in the description if you want to follow that link. He has some new merch in there. You want to tell them about it?
I do, actually. The Big Weird Mom and I are starting the Take Back the Flag campaign. We you've heard us all talk about it lately, how the flag has become this sign of white supremacy and domestic terrorism. And we want to take that back, because that's not what that flag stands for. So we're going to have some shirts that are going to be in the stores coming out, I believe, either today or tomorrow. So get ready to check them out. And the coolest part about them is that the pinup design is actually, it's Big Weird Mom.
It's so Jess. Cool. You guys go check it out.
So she was the model for it. Yeah. So we're really excited. We're going to be pushing out some stuff, so for the 4th of July, let's take back the flag. Let's get liberals wearing the flag again and being proud of being American again, because this is our country, man.
Yeah. It's ours as well. Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, you guys, again, we're going to finish this up, but make sure you put on your calendar. It's going to be a very big show on Monday.
Yes.
As Ryan and I said, if you were on our last podcast, our Nikki and Ryan show, we were saying to send your questions for Marcus to nikkiryanshow@gmail.com. Okay. Yep. Send us your questions. I don't think we've gotten any yet. So send us your questions, please, for him, if you guys have any.
Matter of fact, can I, Nikki Ryan Show @gmail? I'm going to put it in the comments.
Yep. Nikki Ryan Show.
Yeah, guys, this is going to be a big show. This is big for us, for Marcus. We talk
Nikki
about
Ryan Show.
We talk about Marjorie Taylor Greene all the time. This is how we get her out of the way.
Yeah.
Marcus is a good candidate. He's a veteran. He seems like a really good overall good dude. So do your research on him, as always. But please come see on Monday. We're going to ask him a ton of good questions. And Nikki will be asking personal questions, as she always does. So. Yes. And Nikki, thank you for having me on your show.
Of course. Thank you so much for being a wonderful guest. It's so nice and I even learned some things about you. So
I know, it's crazy.
Which is great. Yeah, I love it. Well, awesome. And everyone, thank you to our audience for always being here and part of the conversation. We love you guys, and we wouldn't be here without you.
Yes.
And with that, Rye, you want to say goodbye? You're beautiful.
I'll say, as always, much love, keep fighting, and we'll see you guys next week.
All right. Love you guys. We'll see you later. Have a great Thursday.